We need more steam in the factory. Just go there and couple a few trees. Don't you see the forest is full of them? We don't need them. Oh, hi Iberians. Have you come here to join the progress? Forget about those histories about angry yokais in the forest. Fairy tales. Just come and join us to build a future in the city of Daitoshi. Daitoshi is a game designed by Dani Garcia with beautiful art by Marina Vidal. This is a game for 1 to 4 players that lasts a couple of hours. Daitoshi takes us back to the Kemushi Saga, the one that begins with the mystical forest of Bitoku. But here we are squeezing the resources of the forest. The yokais are all histories. And we are doing it just because we have learned the power of steam. So we're building our future, expanding the city. And well, if the nature suffers in the meanwhile, that's the price you must pay for the progress. And basically you will do it by producing in your factories, generating different resources, and moving your magnate through the different districts of Daitoshi, sending your workers, exploiting the wilderness, and basically expanding the city, electrifying the districts, buying new inventions, and trading with foreign cities. Everything while you are contributing with one of the greatest inventions of the city, the mega machine that the university is building. But let's take a closer look to what's inside the box, and then we will show you how to play Daitoshi. The first thing you will find inside the box is the rulebook. This is a 36 pages rulebook, so it's a long rulebook, but the game is not as complicated. In your turn you will choose between 2 options, but it's true that those options will trigger different things and everything must be explained. Also, you have all the icons here explained, examples, and the solitaire as well. But if you don't want to read 36 pages, that's why we're making this tutorial, okay? Then you will find also the main board representing Daitoshi City and its surroundings. Around it you have the Victory Points track. In the top part of the board you have the wilderness with 4 different tracks: mountain, forest, underground, and river. Those 3 with a temple up here and a temple here in the river. You will place your pilgrims here and they will advance through the different tracks, trying to restore the wilderness here. Each one of those tracks has an amount of X's here. They show a regular side and a conflict side with the angry yokai here. Okay, we'll see why is that. Then at the center of the board you have Daitoshi City. It's divided in 5 different districts, okay, and in different circles. In the innermost circle you have the prestige track. You will advance with your prestige marker here. In the second one you have the track for your warm bath, and then you have the track for your magnate and where the city will be here. So you will have like 3 different tracks and you will move things all around, okay? In this part here you have the tile of the mega machine, the board of the mega machine. Mega machine is an invention that the university is making, and you may contribute to it by delivering your inventions and receiving benefits and better inventions as well. If we go back to the city, you will see that each district is divided into a space to place your magnate. There are 3 different spaces where you can place. Depending where you go, you can do something or you cannot. Then there are the workshops where you can send your workers, the wilderness that you must exploit, and the action that you may perform in the district, okay? Different districts, they have different actions, different wilderness that you must exploit, and different workshops where you can send your workers. We'll see that, don't worry. Going back to the Mega Machine, also the Mega Machine has different upgrades for their workshop, for its workshop, and when you unlock them, you will place them here and the workshop will be better, okay? The Mega Machine, you have the big marker here, and it will move visiting the different districts. In this part here, you have the inventions market. By paying food, you will get different inventions that you can place into your factory. And in the lower part, you have the foreign cities where you can trade with them, okay? Depending the city that you're visiting, you must pay more or less steam. The farther you go, the more steam you must pay. And then you have the different benefits that you will receive according to the number of luxury goods that you deliver. That's maybe a good point to stop just for a second to remember a couple of things about the icons here, the iconography. If you see a red number, that means that you will lose this, so you will lose one steam, you must pay the steam. If you see a black number here, that's something that you will receive, like here, okay? You will find it here also with the wheels here. If those are purple wheels, those are victory points that you will win at the end of the game, and victory points that you will lose at the end of the game. And if the wheel is in orange, those are immediate victory points. And a final declaration that that is important to know is that there are some things that are specific, like the wilderness, it must be this one, or with the workers, you can only place blue workers here, but those with the gray background, those are wilds, and you can choose which one do you want to take or place. But as we were saying, when we talk about how the game is played, we will explain all those things in detail. Okay, talking about the common elements, you just have to check that you have all the Steam resources, the Steam markers here. Same thing with the wealth resource, and you have the elements for the solitary game. This tile here, the bright tile, the mayor is going to be, the mayor of Daitoshi is going to be your opponent in the solitaire, so it has its own deck with the actions that he will perform, and the assistant, the advisor deck that will add difficulty to the solitaire depending on the number of cards that you add or don't. Okay. Then if we take a look to each player's components, each player will have a personal board representing their factory. Okay, there are 4 of those, and all the elements of the corresponding color. Okay, if we take a look to the board, you will find here the space where you can place, or you must place, the excess that you take by exploiting the different spaces, and the benefits that you will receive when obtaining those excess. It's basically receiving workers and receiving more coal or water. Okay, here's your chimney track with the chimney, and while you're moving up or down, you may obtain steam. Okay, we'll explain how. You have also the benefit that you will obtain if you remove one of the excess, but just if it shows the icon here. For example, just we advance here, but this one you can remove one X, but it doesn't have the icon. In the other side, the icon is here, so you will receive the reward. Okay. That's the production marker, okay? Here it will be in the middle, but if you produce, you will move it here. There are 4 operation tiles that you will find in your board, okay? Those here, 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one. Those have 2 sides, okay? The regular side with the benefits that you will obtain, like for example here you can place up to 6 workers, or here you will receive 3 of steams. But if you have a conflict, it must be flipped, and it will show the worst version, okay? Like 2 steams or just 2 workers, etc., etc. Each player will also have a government grant tile. You can use this once in the game to activate all your building without paying a steam, or if you keep it until the end of the game, you will receive this benefit. We'll explain it later. You have here the resource tracks, okay? You have 4 main resources: food, energy, construction materials, and luxury goods. You cannot have more than 9, and you cannot have less than 0. And there's a wild one, is the wealth one, that it can be used instead of any of the other. You have 5 banners to place in the cities of where you are trading. And then you have your factory, okay? Here you will place the different inventions. The factory is divided in 3 different buildings, and you will place the inventions in those spaces. Each invention has a progress track. While you use this invention, you may advance in the progress track and unlock better things and different benefits. Also, you can see different ticks depending if you are producing or if you are following a production, you will receive more or less things, and also depending where it is placed, you will receive more or less things. And finally, you have your shield to place here to show that this is your factory. It has two sides, one without any number, one with the +100, and you have the +200 print in the board. Good luck with that. And finally, you have your reputation marker here. You have also two magnates, so you can choose with which one you want to play. And just a victory points marker to track your score. And 4 pilgrims, 3 will be placed up here and 1 here. Finally, you will find 4 8 cards, or basically like tiny books here. Okay, one shows a 1 that is important because the first player will be the one with this one. Okay, and those are all the elements. Well, the first player tile as well, and those are all the elements that you will find in Daitoshi. So let's put it all together in the right place, and then we will show you how to play the game. First of all, place the board at the center of the playing area. Take the 5 inner districts, shuffle all of them and place them at random in the 5 positions here. Now separate the middle ones and the outer ones, shuffle all of them and create a common pile for each one of them, showing the non-electrified side. Okay, you have the non-electrified side here, you have one that is electrified, so showing this one. Now fill the wilderness tracks according to the number of players. Okay, in the river you will place 1 X on each space, except on those that are showing the number of players that are not playing. So we are simulating a 3 players game, so here it shows a 4. No X's will be placed here. Okay, this one is 3. If you are 2 or the solitaire, those with the 3 won't be placed here. In those 3 here, in the upper ones, there are some spaces where you will place 2 X's. Okay, 1 will be placed everywhere, but there are some that, according to the number of players, you will place 2 instead of 1. Okay, just follow this and place all the X's here. Take now at random one of the Mega Machine boards and place it here. You can choose, there are 4 different ones. You can choose it like just choosing at random, or you can use the advisor cards, take the cards that are numbered from the number 1 to the number 4, draw 1 and just display the one that shows the number. Okay, and place the 3 upgrades at random in those spaces and the corresponding university inventions here. It will be indicated here. Also, depending on the number of players, you will use one of those tiles to cover one space in a 3 players game, or there's another one that covers the entire line for a 2 players game. Okay. Shuffle now the different inventions according to their bag, the ordinary ones, the innovative ones, and the brilliant ones, and create a common pile for each one of the types. It's true that now we are simulating, but there's a lot of them, so maybe you must do like 3 or 4 piles for each type. Okay, and then just fill the market. And deal 5 of the city tiles, for the city action tiles, and place them here. The other ones can go back to the box. Create a common supply for steam, for wealth, and for workers, for the different workers here. And the common elements are already on its place. Okay, well, just finally, with the Mega Machine, just draw one of the major cards and place the Mega Machine in the highlighted district. Okay, it will be this one, then this one. Except if it shows the City Hall one. That's one with 2 wilderness cards and the wild action. This one is the City Hall, and the Mega Machine cannot start in the City Hall. Okay, but just like this. Perfect. The common elements are on its place, so it's time for each player to make their setup. So all players take their board and all the elements of their color. Place your chimney in the number 0, place the 4 operation tiles showing the non-conflict side, place your production marker in the middle, take your 5 banners, start with 1 resource of each, including the wild one, and 7 steam, place the government granted tile in the corresponding space here. Okay, all the progress tracks will start in the first position. Place your shield here, showing no number, and your reputation marker in the first space of the reputation track. Place your worm in the upper left space. Okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so in this one, and do the same with your prestige marker, but in the innermost circle. Finally, take all the starting inventions, those showing an eye, and deal at random one to each player, and player will place it in this space in the lower position, okay, here. And now, according to the middle resource that you have here, you will start with your magnate in a position. So those resources are always linked to a specific action. So if you have the compass one, the luxury goods here, you will start in the trade action. If you have the brick, you will start in the construction action. If you have the energy, you will start in the electrify, and you have food in the commit to an invention. Okay, we'll see those actions in detail later. Just place your shield in the first, next to the number 1, and 3 of your pilgrims in this temple, and 1 in the river temple. And with this, just finally deal the 1/8 card to each player, making sure that the one with the number 1 is here, because you need a first player. Then the player with this player card, player 8, will be the first player. And now you're ready to start playing Daitoshi. A game of Daitoshi is played with starting with the first player, and with players taking turns following clockwise until the end of the game. That will happen once the next to last space of any wilderness track is revealed. Okay, when this space, this or this one is revealed, then you must make sure that all players play the same number of turns, so finish the round. And then players will take one final turn, and then you will check for the winner. But what you will do in your turn is to choose between 2 different kinds of turn. You can take a production turn and produce with your factory, or you can play a city turn and execute the things here. So we're going to see those turns in detail, okay? First of all, the production turn. If you want to produce, you will declare that you want to produce, and then you will move your production marker to the rightmost space, okay? Then all players can follow your production, and they can produce as well. But you will be the producer, the production leader, okay? Now, all players that are producing, the production leader, and all that are following the production, may activate the buildings of their factories, okay? You have 3 buildings. By paying the corresponding amount of steam, you will activate the entire building, and then you will receive the according benefits, okay? If you activate the building, you pay the steam, and then players will receive the benefits with the blue tick, okay? And also the production leader will obtain the ones with the pink tick, okay? So in our case, as production leaders, we will receive 2 of those wealth resources, of the wild ones, okay? The blue one because we are producing, and the pink one because we are the production leader. Let's imagine, I don't know, like we have another invention here, then it will be, you will activate all the inventions. You will receive the benefit here, okay, just 1 energy, and those as well, okay? Then, once player has produced, you can produce all at the same time, it's no problem. Then the ones that are following, all the ones that are producing, may advance 1 space on the progress tracks of the invention that they have activated. So we will advance 1 here and 1 here. But if you are the production leader, you will advance 2 spaces, okay? So for us, it will be 2, because we were the production leader. That's happening because you have that, tile in the non-conflict side. If you have a conflict here, the benefits are a little bit different. You won't move if you are following the production, and you will move just 1 space instead of 2 if you are the production leader. But just for you to know. Then, once players have first activated their invention, so obtained the benefits, and advanced it here, then the production leader may use a Pilgrim advance for each building that player has activated. So for now, we have activated just one building, we can advance with just one of our Pilgrims, okay? Advancing Pilgrims is as easy as moving the Pilgrim one space in the track of, in this case, of your choice. There are other options, like there's one here, for example, that shows a blue one, that must be the river. So if it shows the green one, it would be this one, etc., etc. Okay, but if it's a gray one, you can choose where. You cannot advance if there's an X in front, so let's imagine that our Pilgrim is here, you cannot advance more, okay? Or you advance in another track, or by you, it's totally up to you, you can move it here, for example, and if not, you will lose this movement. Okay? Also another thing, when you are moving your progress marker, at some point you will cover different things. When you're passing here, or you're covering this space, you will immediately obtain the reward. It's usually with the arrow, you will upgrade your invention, so now you will have more benefits here. When you're covering this space, that's the Mega Machine symbol, it means that the invention is ready to be delivered to the Mega Machine. We'll see how it works later. And finally, if you are in one of those wells, you will receive the victory points that shows your invention. Okay, here, one victory point, perfect. There are one more thing, there's one more thing, this one, you can remove one of those X's. We'll see how it works, don't worry. But that was the production thing, okay? Just activate the production, then anyone can follow the production, activate the buildings, obtain the benefits according to the ticks, advance the progress cubes here, obtaining the different benefits, and then the production leader may advance with the Pilgrim of their choice according to the number of buildings they have activated. That's everything. Once you have finished the production marker goes to the left space, and it's time for the next player to play their turn. That's it. That was the first option that you have, production. The other one is the city action, and we're going to see how this action works, okay? When you're taking a city action, the first thing that you must do is to move your magnate, okay? It will move advancing through the different districts following clockworks, okay? So you can advance 1 or 2 districts for free, and for any extra district that you want to advance, you must spend 1 steam. So you can spend a maximum of 3 steams because you're advancing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and coming back, and you complete a full loop. If you complete a full loop, you must place your magnate in a different position, okay? If it was here, you must place it here or here, but not in the same one, okay? But well, that's the thing. Then, once you have moved, let's imagine that we go here, for example, you will choose where to put your magnate. There are 3 spaces. Those 2 are just for 1 magnate. So if another player has a magnate here, you cannot come here. You must go here or here. And both are occupied, then you must go here. Depending where you go, you will activate different things, okay? For example, here, that any number of magnates can be placed, you cannot send workers to your workshop. We'll see that. With this one, you must pay 1 steam, and then you can send workers to the workshops, 1 worker per workshop. And if you go here, you must pay 2 steams, and then you will remove all the workers of the district, and you can send yours instead. So, that's the thing. So we go here, and then you will follow the actions that you must perform here, or that you may or must perform, depending on which, in this way. So first of all, we're here, you can send workers, okay? As you can see, each district has a specific worker, okay? This one demands yellow workers, this one demands pink workers, green, blue, and except for the city hall that demands the one of your choice. So now we have just 1 workshop, so you can send just 1 yellow worker here. We have 1, we can send it here. But while you're constructing the city, you will have more workshops. So you can send 1 here and 1 here, or 1 directly here. Also, if the mega machine is in your district, you can send a worker in the mega machine workshop here. But as you can see, those have no color, but they show an arrow. That means that it must be of the same color as the one that is on top. So that one must be yellow, and if the mega machine is here and you want to send to the mega machine, it must be yellow. Here, as we said, you can send the one that you prefer, but if the one that you're sending is blue, then the next one must be blue as well, okay? Until you remove all of them, and then you can choose the color. So that was the first thing. If you are here and you pay one, you can send one of your workers and receive the benefits. Benefits are really simple to understand, like resources, movement with your warm bus. When you move your warm bus, just follow the arrows and you will receive the rewards that are shown here, like energy, steam, and your reputation, to score your reputation, okay? And different things that you will find, like the advancements here with your pilgrim, remove 1x, etc., etc. And as we said, if you go here, you pay 2, and then you will remove those here, and then you can send yours instead. And if you want here, you go here, you send no workers to the workshop. Then the second thing that you will do when you are in a district is to exploit the wilderness. That one is mandatory. You must exploit the wilderness. It doesn't matter where you go. You may or may not send workers, but you must exploit the wilderness. So by exploiting the wilderness, it means that you must take the X that is shown there. In our case, that's the river. We take the river and you place it in the corresponding space. Then you will receive the reward. Okay, the rewards that are shown here is always a specialized worker, in our case the river, a blue one, let's place it here, and then you will receive water if you are in the river, or coal if you are in the other positions. When you're receiving water or coal, what you will do is to move your chimney, okay? If you receive water, the chimney moves 2 spaces to the water, okay? If you're receiving coal, you will move 1 space to the coal. And then, when you're moving your chimney, if you're passing through or stopping your movement in an arrow that indicates the same direction that you are taking, for example, we are here, we receive 1 coal because we went to exploit the forest, okay? So green worker and coal, okay? We move here, because we're moving down and the arrow shows down, we will receive 3 steams, okay? So you have 3 steams for us. If you have a conflict, instead of 3, it will be 2. Okay, what happens with conflict, we will see now. But the thing is that when you're taking the X, you will place it here. If you're taking a second one, or a third or 4, more than 1, you will place it showing the conflict side, okay? And at the end of your turn, you will check it, and you will flip the things according to this, okay? But that's the thing about exploiting. You will exploit it, then you will reveal more spaces, so you can advance now with your pilgrims here if you have the corresponding action. And after exploiting the wilderness, here, for example, as we will explain, you will exploit the river and the one of your choice, okay? Here you will exploit the underground, the mountain, the forest. And after exploiting it, then you may perform the main action of the district. There are 4 main actions of the districts, plus a mega machine action if the mega machine is in your district, plus a 6th one that is the wild one that allows you to perform any of the other 5. So let's take a look in detail to those actions, okay? Because that's practically the main thing of the game. There are, as we were saying, 4 actions: the commit to an invention, the expand or renovate a district, the electrify, and the trade with foreign cities, okay? So let's see all of those. It's important to know, or just for you to remember, that each one of those actions are linked to a specific resource, okay? If you want to commit to an invention, you will pay with food. If you want to electrify, you will pay with energy. If you want to expand, you will pay with construction materials. And if you want to trade, you will pay with luxury goods. So the first one is to commit to an invention. It allows you to go to the inventions market and buy inventions to place them in your factory. You can buy one and receive all the benefits indicated there immediately, or you can buy two and receive nothing, just place them in your factory, okay? So if you buy one, let's imagine that we want to buy this one, for example, okay? You buy this one, then because you're buying just one, you will receive the benefit, is one brick. If it shows an arrow, there's not a lot of those tiles showing arrow, but if it shows an arrow, it means that you will receive this one, and then if this is activated, you may spend one brick in order to obtain one wealth here and one victory point, okay? So we will receive this, and you can put it in your factory. You can put it anywhere in the three buildings, but always in the lowest available space. So you can put it here, and in the corresponding space, it must be placed in the lowest position, okay? When it is upgraded, it will go up. Okay, we can put it here, and with two, we will activate three of them, or you can pay it here, and then you will pay it two buildings if you want to activate all of them. That's totally up to you where to place them, okay? And once you have bought one or two, just refill the market. And that's it. That was the commit to an invention. Just go there, pay food, and receive invention, one or two. The second one that you may perform is to electrify a district. As you can see, all of those districts are not electrified. They show the energy that you must pay in order to electrify a district, okay? It will be 2 for the innermost, 3 for the middle ones, and 4 for the outer ones, okay? Let's put this one just to show you. Okay, then you pay the energy and you will receive the corresponding benefit. If we want, you don't have to electrify the one where you are, okay? Because if we are here, we want to electrify, we can electrify any of the districts. So let's imagine that we want to electrify this one by paying 2 of energy. Let's say you have 1 and 1 of those. You will electrify and you will receive 1 water, okay? So just move your water marker up, and 1 prestige advancement. Prestige, you will move your prestige marker 1 space, like with the warm bath, just move it 1 space and you will receive 2 luxury goods. Here you will receive 2 advancement, 2 progress advancement, 1 advancement with the pilgrim of your choice, remove 1 X, and when you complete a full loop, you will place a banner anywhere that we will see how it works when we talk about the trading, and you will advance your reputation 1 space. And from now on, every time you score 4 reputation, you will score 3 instead of 2. That's the thing. Okay, that was the prestige one. So you will receive, as we were saying, water and prestige here. And then you will flip the tile, okay, showing the electrified space. The only thing that will change is that the workshop will be a little bit better, okay? Here you will receive 1 brick, here you will receive 1 brick and score your reputation. Also, when you are electrifying a space, just remove the workers that are there, but the magnets will remain there, okay? So if we are electrifying this one, you will flip this one, perfect, receive the benefit, okay, 1 coal, 1 prestige, and just place the magnet back. When you are activating the middle one and the inner ones, you will receive more rewards, okay? And there's 1 wealth, 1 prestige, and we will see what this means, but it's just activating the conflict action of the corresponding X. We will see how those X's will work with the next action. Okay, that was the second action, the electrifying. The third action is linked to the construction material and is to expand your city or to renovate a district. By paying with bricks, with construction materials, you can expand the city. If you pay with 2, you can add a middle district. By paying 4, you can add an outer one. At any moment, instead of expanding it, you can pay 3, and then you can remove 1 of your X's and receive the corresponding conflict benefit. Conflict benefits are advancing your pilgrim 1 foot, advancing any progress marker 1 space, and to advancement with your warm bath, okay? But remember, just if it shows the flame, it means that you can obtain this. If it shows just to remove the tile but without the fire, then you will remove the X, but not the fire. And just when you remove the X, just put it down. Then, that was this one, but when you're constructing, let's go back to it, okay? Just pay 2 or 4 bricks. Let's imagine that we have 2 bricks here, perfect. So we can take a middle one, and again, you can construct anywhere, okay? The only thing that you must respect is that if you're building an outer one, it cannot be built on a district where you have not a middle one, okay? You can put it here, okay? It must be placed here, for example, okay? But well, that's the thing. You are building this one, just pay 2 bricks, and then you must discard one of your X's. If you have no X's, you cannot execute this action. Okay, put it here, and you will immediately receive the conflict benefit for the forest in this case. Okay, 1 food, perfect, 1 food for us. Okay, then the tile will remain here, and when somebody electrifies this space, that player will receive 2 of steam, 1 prestige, and, well, in this order, and 1 food because of the forest, and that one will be discarded. Perfect, so that was the construction. Expand your district, or if you cannot, paying 3 to remove one of your X's and receive the conflict benefit. And the fourth main action is to trade with foreign cities, this one here, okay? If you trade with foreign cities, first of all, you must pay the amount of steam corresponding to the city that you want to visit, okay? There's 1, 2, 3, 5, or 7, okay? Let's imagine that we want to go to this one, we pay 2 steams, and then we go here. And then you will trade as many luxury goods as you want until a maximum of 5, okay? And you will receive the corresponding benefits, all of them. So let's imagine that we have 5 here, okay? By paying 5, you will receive all those benefits. It's always victory points, okay? Some advancement with prestige. In this one here, for example, you have the action of removing an X and receiving the conflict reward. And we'll talk about those banners here. With the green one, with the arrow here, it allows you to place one of your banners here. What's the use for those banners? When you perform the action that shows the action tile of each city, you may discard your banner and receive the corresponding benefit. For example, in this case, if we are expanding the city, we can remove our banner and we can send a worker to a workshop at the workshop of the Mega Machine. Here, for example, if we are exploiting the river, by removing our banner, we will win an advancement in the river track, 1 blue worker, and 1 food, and so on. There are different tiles, so different rewards and different actions that will trigger those. And the orange one indicates that you will receive this benefit without removing your banner, okay? So if you pay the 5, you will receive 2, you will place the banner 2, and then you will send a worker in a workshop. Or here, because we were in this one, we'll pay all this, and when we get this one, we will advance and receive the worker and the food, and the banner will remain here for any future turns. When we exploit the river, we can remove the banner. So those were the 4 main actions, okay? The buy inventions, electrify, expand, or trade. As we were saying, there's a 5th one if the Mega Machine is in the same district where you are, okay? If you are here and you're here, instead of using the action of the district, you can use the action of the Mega Machine, that is, deliver an invention that is ready for the Mega Machine. Now, for example, we have no, but let's imagine that this one is here, okay? That means that it's ready to be delivered to the Mega Machine. Then, you must pay 1 resource of each. 1 food, 1 energy, 1 brick, 1 compass, and 1 wealth, all of them. And then you can deliver one of those, covering the space of your choice, okay? Usually you will cover this one because it's the one that grants more victory points. You will receive the benefits, 10 points, 5 advancement with your warm bath, and 1 advancement with the Pilgrim of your choice. And you will get the university invention, okay? It shows the Mega Machine here, the university invention, and place it in the same space, in the same position where the one you delivered was. An important thing is that you cannot deliver university inventions to the mega machine, okay? Just the ones that you're obtaining from the market or the initial one. Once you have done this, just check if the spaces that are linked to one of the upgrades are completed. In this case, for example, this one is the only one that is linked to this one. And then, if that happens, you will unlock this upgrade for the Mega Machine workshop. Okay, just put it up here. That's it. Once you cover those two, then this one will go here. So the workshop of the Mega Machine will get better and better and better. Well, until 3 upgrade. And that's it. That was the Mega Machine action. You can see those are the actions, and there's a 6th one that is the wild one. When you go to the city hall, it's true that you must exploit 2 of those tiles, but then it's totally up to you to choose the action that you will perform. If you're here, you can perform any action, even the Mega Machine one, even if the Mega Machine is not there, okay? Then, at the end of your turn, once you have performed the different things, sending a worker, exploiting the wilderness, and performing the main action, you will clean up, which means basically, if you have finished your turn where the Mega Machine is, the Mega Machine will move 1 district counterclockwise, okay? And then you will check if you have any conflicts. If we have no conflicts, everything is okay, it's the next player turn. If we have a conflict, let's imagine that we have here, then you must flip the operation tile that is linked to this one, okay? Just check that one is the one with the river, so we have a conflict here, okay? And it won't be removed until the end of the turn that we remove one of those X's. And that's it. You will continue playing this way, alternating between production turns and, whoa, just one final thing, sorry. When you're finishing your turn in the cleanup, just if the production marker is not in the middle position, just put it there, okay? This way is a way to stop you to produce twice in consecutive turns, okay? You will produce one, then you must take a city turn, and if you want to produce again, that's totally up to you. So as we were saying, you will alternate by choosing between producing, taking a production turn, or a city turn. You will continue this way until the next 2 last space of any wilderness track is revealed, okay? When this one is revealed, you will see that they have this symbol here with the arrow. When this one is revealed, all players will play the same number of turns. That's why this tile is important here. If I have finished if I have revealed this space, then all players will play their last turn, and then after it, all players will play 1 final turn, and then it will be time to check who's the winner of the game. Okay, before checking the final score, make sure that you still have, or you don't have, the government grant tile. If you still have it, just take 3 progress advancement with the ones of your choice, like for example 1, 2, and 3 here, and obtain the benefits, okay, like 2 points, and just flip it. Once you have done this, you will score, well, you will add to the current score you already have, you will add, first of all, adding the number of workers and resources you still have, so in our case 3, you will get 1 victory point for every 2 of them. So like we are 3, so we will get 1 victory point, okay? If we were having 3, 1, 4, 5, 6, those are 3 victory points, okay? And after adding those victory points, then you will check the points granted for your position in the wilderness tracks, okay? According to your pilgrim position, you will score more or less victory points. And each of those tracks will score differently, okay? In the mountain, in the forest, sorry, you will score as many victory points as the value showed here, times the number of university inventions you have on your factory, Okay, in our case, we have just 1, so that's 6 points. In the mountain, you will score the victory points printed here times the number of progress tracks where you have your cube in the last position. Like here, we have none, but let's imagine that this one is here. 2 multiplied by 1, that's 2 points for us. In the underground, you will score the victory points printed in your position times the value of your reputation. Okay, so if we are here, 3 times 2, that's 6 points for us. And finally, you have the river that you will score positive points and negative points. Okay, as you can see, because of those two numbers. You will score the printed number here times the number of spaces with no x's you have on your factory. In our case, 2 spaces with no x's by times 8, that's 16 points for us. And in negative, you will score the printed value times the conflict tiles you have on your board. Okay, so in our case, that's 1 conflict tile that we have times 5, that's minus 5 points for us. Once you have checked all of those points, the player with more points will be the winner. If there's a tie, the tie breaks will be solved in the following way. First of all, the player with the fewest operation tiles in conflict will be the winner. If not, the player with the most inventions in their factory will be the winner. And if not, the player with the most advancement, adding all the Pilgrims advancement, will be the winner. If the die persists, you will share the victory. And if after checking all this, you've managed to be the winner, congratulations. That means that you are the most important magnate in Daitoshi. And that's Daitoshi, a worker placement, resource management game in 3 rondels. That happens in the Kemushi Saga with just 2 options in your turn, but with a lot of strategy on it. We hope you enjoy it, and remember, keep playing. Bye.